Yo, fam, it's time to get active. With Barkley in the house, man, our office is looking lit. We looking hella fire. But in my opinion, we can still level up. Should the Eagles bring in Kareem Hunt? Stay tuned to find out why this move could be a game changer for the Philadelphia Eagles. This right here for the G's and OGs. But you already know what to do. But check this out, Eagle Nation. I need y'all to listen up. We got to talk about making moves and how we can change our offense and still keep our offense at the top. We all know Kenny Gainwell. He is our number 2 running back behind Barkley. But imagine, I need y'all to imagine having a beast like Kareem Hunt in the mix. This dude was fired with the Chiefs. He was fired with the Browns. And now he's a free agent. Hunt, got those mad receiving yards and has balled out his whole career. Adding him to the Philadelphia Eagles would be crazy depth, crazy rotation, especially after losing some pieces in free agency. Let's make this happen. We in that 5 to 6 week period where it ain't no football until training camp. So everything is speculations. Did the Eagles and Howie Roseman dodge a bullet with this Haas trade? Look, man, star pass rusher Hassan Reddick ain't show up the mandatory Jets media day today. He was the only one that was missing. Reddick was missing from OTAs. He had no contact with head coach Robert Saleh, after he got traded to New York. We all know that Haas wanted a contract. That's why he left Philadelphia, because, Howie Roseman felt like, nobody was going to pay Haas what he wanted, with him being the 27-year-old pass rusher. He is kind of on the older side. So I guess that Howie Roseman had to make a business decision. And Howie Roseman must have got a little bit of information on Haas' intentions, which was probably to hold out during mini camp and training camp until he got a contract. And in my opinion, I feel like Howie Roseman said, nah, that's not the standard. That's not the culture. That's not how we do things here. You know how it is already. I'm not sure that, I feel the same way that I felt, when we first traded Haas. I still think Haas deserves a contract. I still think Haas, deserves to get around 25 to 26 million a year. I still believe that. But, as a business, I don't think that, something they're ready to pay him that much money at his age. We already know that Haas is a 10 plus guy when it comes to sacks. We already know that we owe Haas a lot when it comes to that 2022 season when we went to the Super Bowl against the 49ers. We know that as well. But at the same time, Howie Roseman is not interested in paying that much money to a guy of his age. Now, not saying I totally agree with that, but I do agree with Howie letting everybody know that nobody is more important than this logo right here. This is the logo that we love, that Philadelphia Eagle logo, and nobody's above that, right? So he had to cut ties with him, man, and it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense a little bit more to me now that Reddick hasn't showed up to nothing, and he hasn't even spoken to Robert Saleh. So look, man, Howie might have did it again. Shout out to Howie Roseman. Shout out to Jeff Lurie. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles for holding up to the standard, holding up to the culture and how we do things. We're not the Dallas Cowboys. We're not interested in people holding out on us. We want to make sure everybody happy. But look, man, we got to get into something else before we jump up out of here today. I'm not vibing with this, man. I need y'all to listen up, because I'm not vibing with this at all. Folks are saying that Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni got to work on their relationship, because Hurts ain't showing no love or respect to Sirianni. They think it's all on Hurts, saying basically Nick Sirianni been taking the hits for him in the public, while Hurts ain't owning up to his own mistakes. In my opinion, they don't got to be best friends, but they've been saying that Sirianni got Hurts back after he messes up in the game, taking the blame for the team. So at the very least, Hurts should step up and do the same thing for Sirianni, even if it's just a half-ass answer. But nah. In my opinion, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that. Hurts has done his thing since he's been here, man. And in my opinion, it's not fair to pin all that on him. It ain't fair. And the reason why I say this is because, Hurts is a player who wants to win. And we all know the type of player he is. We all know the type of things that he expects on the field. And that scheme was horrible. But before we get into all that, man, the people who said this was 97.5, the fanatic, and I really feel like none of this is true. Hurts just kept it a stack. It was a lack of continuity in the coaches. We heard it from Brandon Graham, right? We kind of heard it from Jalen with him saying it, but without saying it. Why are y'all making stuff up? In my opinion, I just need to be quiet, talk football. Just say how these Philadelphia Eagles can make it back to the promised land and win it, instead of trying to stir up, ish that get this fan base going, get this team going, being a distraction. We don't need that. The Philadelphia Eagles have confirmed, that they will sport the Kelly Green uniform in 2024, contrary to what Darius Slay suggested on the Pulp Fiction podcast.
But now, is the best jersey the Kelly Green, or what's the best? What's the best?
Kelly Green. Kelly Green. Look
right?
That Kelly Green.
You think they're gonna bring it back next year?
Hell no, they ain't.
Damn.
Despite Slay's claim that the team will retire the throwback after just one season, the Philadelphia Eagles have assured fans that the jersey or the uniform will make its return this coming season. The games that this jersey is will be worn in has not been announced. Slade did respond to this on X, on Philly Mike's post. But the Philadelphia Eagles had to turn around and say, look, man, we will be wearing the Kelly Green jersey. And in my opinion, we need to. All of us remember, the release of the Kelly Green jersey last year. It was like the Michael Jordan's drop. We waited for them. We pre-ordered them. When we got them, that's like the best jersey in the NFL, in my opinion, especially the best alternative jersey. So I'm happy that the Kelly Green is back. In my opinion, we need to wear those a lot more. I think last year we wore them like maybe twice, something like that. But the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kelly Green Eagle jersey, they go together. You know what I mean? They have to be worn every season now. Like I said, man, along with the Kelly Green, I wouldn't be too opposed to seeing some icy white Eagle jerseys with the icy white helmet. There's a lot of talk about that. That'd be extremely clean. And I hope that, the Eagles think about that, especially with us going into San Paulo game 1 and not being able to wear green. So, look, man, there you go. We could be rocking that icy white jersey the first game of the year. Probably not, but that would be fire. But look, man, I'm not trying to keep y'all here all day. I just wanted to talk about those few things. If you made it this far in the video, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you always up to date. But for now, out.
Yeah, I got them diamonds on me dancing, looking like they prancing. Always on my BI, we talking about expansion. Looking at a mansion, open up the benches, hanging off the blicket, empty out the stick it, shooting like I'm Jimmy. Chipwood, this good, sorry that I'm this hood.